Messiah DuShawn McCullough's parents got much more than they bargained for when they went into court to figure out what the new baby's last name should be. The story sounds kind of funny at first, but it turns out to be a very important story, one about preserving religious freedom and cultural freedom in this country where those things are supposed to be guaranteed. The parents of little baby Messiah went into court, but not only was the last name adjudicated, in fact, Judge Lu Ann Bellew said the baby would no longer be known as Messiah, but as Martin. Why? Because Messiah is a title, according to Judge Bellew, and that title has been earned by only one person in human history, Jesus Christ. Well, so much for my beliefs and the beliefs of any other non-Christians in this country who don't accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. And so much for parental freedom and the right to name our kids whatever we want. Now, there are countries where there are, in fact, legal name lists. It's a common practice in much of Scandinavia. And if your name does not appear on one of those lists, it will not be registered as a legal name. But that's not America, is it? And there are also countries in which there is religious coercion, and you dare not give a child a name that doesn't reflect the beliefs of the religious majority. But that too isn't America. So while it sounds funny to have your name changed from Messiah to Martin, in fact, this is fundamentally about having officials in this country, despite being legal officials, judges sitting on the bench, and they seem not to understand some of the most fundamental freedoms that this country is supposed to give us. This story, which does seem funny at first, is a very serious cautionary tale. A tale about what makes America great. About what, in a world where religious coercion is on the rise in all kinds of sectors, is something we have to be on guard about. About what gives parents the right to raise their children with the views and the values they deem most appropriate. And I hope the people of Tennessee and of the United States will rise up and say, you know, it's just a baby's name, so maybe it's not a big deal. But instead say, no, it's a baby's name. And in the name of parental freedom and religious freedom, allow Martin to go back to being who his parents want him to be, Messiah. Whether we agree with their decision or not, it is their decision to make. Whether we share their faith or not, it is their decision to make. And that, Judge Bellew, is what really you should be protecting as a family magistrate on the bench in the state of Tennessee.